So, Southampton 2. Super duper Mick, the best squad in the world. 1. Oh, but injury FC. Oh, it was a masterstroke putting all the players out of the squads. Cool. Who knew Declan Rice was injured? Me. Who knew Bukayo Saka was in? Oh, me. Who knew Eze was it? Oh, me. Who knew that Tim? Oh, me. Oh, who knew Gabby was going to? Oh, me. Interesting. 16-year-old boy, Kenny, best player on the pitch again. Highlighted how shit, this squad is. Yeah, and people have been banging on all season. Yes, we've only lost 5 games out of 55 or whatever it is. Yeah, but we've just been knocked out of 2 cups. Well, I say knocked out. We lost a final that you was at and witnessed live and direct. The very next game, they go and put in, and I'd say that's even worse. I can't lie. Yeah, at least Man City are actually a good. That's no disrespect to Southampton. Man City are actually a very, very, very good team, very well coached, and have world-class footballers. Southampton, 7th in the championship, and we got run ragged. Ben White, good one, mate. Gabby Magalash today. Yeah, Bozo Jean kicked back in. Yeah, Norgard. I'll give him a pass. He's barely played. Yeah, our captain's an absolute fucking disgrace. Yeah, Gabby Jesus. Oh, he's back. 29. He's bulked up. Really? He's as skinny as me, bruv. Yeah, Kenny, make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta. Thank God you didn't travel all the way down to Southampton, Kenny, because that, for me, I'm sorry, Kenny. 2 games. Yeah, 2 cup defeats. Yeah, cool. Anyone can lose a final. However, how'd you bounce back? And we do that after watching Man City pam Liverpool. Crazy. What are you saying, bro?
Everything you said true. First and foremost, we lose together and we win together. No player should come off with credit. What we saw today is what I suspected. Mick Arteta has run out of ideas. He's got no plan B. What you saw today was a team that was making it up as they went along. It was only until Southampton twigged that we were a team making it as we went along. That's when Southampton kicked in. First 10 minutes, 15 minutes, Southampton didn't believe in themselves. But when we started to give the ball away and when we weren't really hurting them after a bit of dominance, and Southampton believed in themselves, it was their game from start to finish. And they deserved everything he got. Fact of the matter is that Benjamin White is not good enough and is not fit for purpose. He's not fit to play for this football club. He's awful defensively. Once again, Mosquera had to be dragged out of position and he affected Mosquera's game because he can't bloody defend. The first goal was no surprise. But Martin Odegaard's a genius. He's mastered something that I don't think is possible to master in football, but he's mastered it. He's a player who does a lot without doing anything. The amount of times he got the ball and he was ineffective, he was culpable for the first goal because he lost possession. But then again, that was the first third of play. There was still time to, like I said, cut it out. And once again, Gabriel Magalhaes got absolutely ruined by Stewart, and he did. Yeah, he won a few battles, but he was poor. Havertz looked feeble and weak and pathetic. Gabriel Jesus, you take away the pace out of his game, he's nothing. He looked like a Colts player. He's awful. He's terrible. He cannot play for this football club again. Gary Martinelli worked his nuts off, but the cutting edge just isn't there. It just isn't there, mate. And then Norgard, I can't really blame him. Did all right. Max Dowman did his best. He had a lot of play, but the problem is if you want Max Dowman to play in the first team, he has to be part of this defeat. He can't be exempted. If we win, yeah, by all means, give him the praise. But again, he is part of a very, 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 very bad performance, and that's the thing. It's been coming for a long, long time. We've been calling this since the Sunderland game, where people have been talking about we've got the best squad in the country. We're going to be, November the 8th. We're going to do the quadruple. We're going to do this, and they were making us believed that. I never believed it for 1 minute because the quadruple is a very hard thing to do, especially with the football we play in this league where it's too intense. And then you're getting players running empty. I've been saying for a long time, Declan Rice isn't right. Today we found out he's been playing injured all the time. But we're not the doctors, you know. We're just fans who hate the manager rather than thinking what's best for the team. He said the same about Saka. Madueke, when he came on, no surprise. He's a gift that keeps on giving. The amount of times you get the ball, he gets the ball, and you stop getting excited. You know that even if he beats his man, the cross ain't going to come. He's going to run out of play. He does it all the time. Goykeres, good. He got his goal, but that was it. Nothing else was coming for him. Can you blame the goalkeeper? Not really. But Miles Lewis-Skelly, it makes me want to weep. It makes me want to weep.
Did you see his face when he went off?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't
That
see
guy's
his
taps
face.
out, bro. That guy's taps out.
But let me say something about Miles Lewis-Skelly. It's a crying shame where he's gone from being the next best thing to that. That was just poor. Every time he got the ball, it was like he was giving it away. He got bullied, ruined. I know football's the biggest equaliser where you have to learn your game, and sometimes it goes from bad to worse. But sometimes it can't go to catastrophic. He was awful. Calafiori wasn't even that great, but Calafiori, look, was levels above him, and he was poor. I'm seriously concerned. I'm seriously concerned about Miles Lewis-Skelly.
Skelly looks like he's taps out.
I don't know what Skelly's like.
He looks like his confidence on his arse.
I think Skelly needs. As long as Mikel Arteta's here, I think Skelly needs to leave the football club. I think Skelly needs to find a new challenge at the age of 18, 19, because really and truly, I have to bag the manager. And I'll just say to one thing about this manager. What we've learnt about this manager is that he hasn't learned anything in the six or 7 years he's been in charge. He's all right when he has these players available, the first 11, but he still hasn't mastered the art of two things: a plan B, and he still hasn't mastered the art of getting the substitutes to play to the levels of his first team. You had experienced internationals out there. There wasn't a bloody plane. The players didn't know what he was doing. You didn't know what you were doing. You set players on, and there was no instructions. It was still the same as it was before, making it up as you went along. There was
There was 4 players standing around the free kick at one point, all looking at each other, and the set piece coach is standing there on camera.
Exactly. Look at the corners. You try and tell me that because Declan Rice and Saka are not playing, that you decide to play short corners. Are you trying to tell me that Odegaard hasn't got the quality to put a decent ball in the box? You try and tell me that Martinelli can't put a decent ball in the box, that you can only use set pieces when Declan Rice and Saka are playing? Is there much of a gap in quality and brains between the first team and the second team? Because it seems like that.
There is, but this is why we ain't duped by it, Kenny. Yeah, because then when everyone's gassing out, we've got the best squad in Europe, best squad depth, we're the best team, we're the best this, we're the best that. We're looking at it going, cool. The manager's come out the other day on Friday and said Rice has been injured for weeks.
Yeah.
So where's Norgard been then?
Yeah, he don't rate
you expect Norgard to go and perform. Well, you can't turn it on and off.
Who's been buying these players? Don't tell me one for one. Don't you anyone tell me that Mick Arteta had a say in the personnel and he picked these players, because if he picked these players, he'd be trusted them and he'd be invested in them. Let me tell you something now. This is Berta's squad. Half those players are Berta's squad, because Mick Arteta, there's no way, if Mick Arteta has scouted these players properly, that he would know what to do with them. He ain't got a clue what to do with Norgard. He ain't got a clue anymore what to do with Benjamin White. He so needs, it doesn't matter whether Timber's 100% fit or 50% fit, whether the same for Rice, Saka, Gabriel, Saliba. And Raya, who goalkeepers should never get injured. He don't care. He can't function without these people in the team. But I've got news for all of you guys, because a certain person put on Twitter, Pete Wood, LeGrove, thinks that everything's going to be all right when we get all our players back. Are you having a bloody laugh? You're basically talking about players who are 50% fit. We had a full team against Man City, and we still gave the ball away. When Man City upped the ante, Man City didn't have to get past the low block. Man City just went down the wings and just played through us and outrun us.
Yeah, and
Do
put
you know
4
how
on the edge of our box.
you see? Did you see Southampton? How I would like to see the running stats of both teams. There's no way we outran Southampton. They outran us and outplayed us. They were average Southampton in terms of what they did. All they did, long ball over the top, gave it the ball to the Brazilian, and that was it.
He was good though, wasn't he? He was good. He was the best
good.
Brazilian on the pitch.
Yeah, it was a Brazilian. It was so predictable, but it was enough because guess what? I always say you do the basics well against Arsenal. You keep the ball. You have a game plan. You use your physique against us, and your goalkeeper comes out for the ball, and you have a striker and hold the ball up. We are French connections. We are not this top side in Europe, the best team in Europe, the best squad. We are just as fallible as anyone else. And that's what's happened. Every time we've been tested, we have flunked. People think, oh, but we haven't lost. No. Draws are just as bad as losses because in a lot of the times when we've drawn, we've been lucky to draw. And that it's basically bad luck and incompetence that stops us from losing. We've only lost 5 times. Trust me, we should have lost more times this season. It should have been more. We are the luckiest team in the land. We are so fortunate to be 9 points. Asterisk a game in hand, Man City's game in hand in the table. Because if it was like 3 points behind Man City, ahead of Man City, or point ahead of Man City, or even 4, we're not winning this league. We are so lucky we've got that cushion. But let me tell you something now. This Tuesday in Lisboa, we play like this against a continental team can play the ball. We're getting mullered. I don't care whether Declan Rice is playing, whether Zubimendi's playing, whether Saka's playing. You can have all your best players and you have your top class goalkeeper. You give the ball away, and you're still going to make those mistakes, and we'll get mullered. And then the same things will happen when we play Bournemouth, even Bournemouth, who are not all that. They will.
3 weeks off by the time we're playing, by the way.
And then when we go to the Etihad, they're going to smash us to pieces. Man City are back in the groove. That win at Wembley 2 weeks ago is giving Man City a new lease of life. You saw them against Liverpool. Trust me, Man City be kicking themselves for all those draws because they didn't have those draws. They'll be winning their very own treble.
They might still win a domestic treble. And I said before the season started, or before the FA Cup started, sorry, I'll rephrase that. Yeah, I think they'll win the FA Cup. I thought we'd win the League Cup. Yeah, and I thought, and I'm deluded. Yeah, I still think we'll win the league. But if he ends up winning a domestic treble, Kenny, and we win nothing, because we ain't winning Champions League, we ain't good enough.
Please,
yeah?
do me a favor.
If he wins the domestic treble in the worst team we've seen under Pep, yeah, bro, fold the club.
Fold the club. I'm not too funny, right? The other day, a lot of people in our fan base celebrate the fact we've got the best defence, we've let in the least goals, but they don't celebrate trophies. I'll tell you one thing. There's going to be major depression when we don't win a league. But let me tell you something now. Jez was right when he said that even if he wins the league, get him out. I'm not the only one saying. He's not the only one saying it. There's other people saying, and these are guys who are level-headed, reasonable, and been on BBC and TalkSport. Whatever happens, we need a new voice. Let's just say the milk, as Claude used to say, the milk's gone off. Doesn't matter how
it's gone stale. You wouldn't put it back in the fridge.
To go to this next level, we're going to need a new voice. We're going to need a manager with these same group of players who can play within 4 tournaments and can go that extra level. Because I'll tell you one thing, this manager is on his last legs. Mentally, he's gone. Even if he wins the league, the best thing for him and his sense of mental well-being is just leave at the end of the season. Just go. And it's for his own sake more than ours, because he's run out of ideas. He looked like a ghost today.
Yeah, he did. He looked like a ghost from the get-go. Yeah, when they panned in him before kickoff, I was saying to Matty and Ola, I was like, he looks rattled already. Yeah, and that was before they kicked off. The players are about to kick off. they pan him. Yeah, it looked like seeing a ghost.
He's not a fool. He's not a fool.
He's
He's
stressed.
he is a football man, and he knows his players, and he knows what they can do and what they can't do. He is no man's fool, and he knows that that squad isn't ready to win the Champions League and win going full France. He knows he's taking certain players as far as he goes. What he hasn't got is the nuts to do something about it. And sometimes you're going to need a new voice to get rid of people. Ben White has to go. Odegaard isn't fit for purpose. He's got to go. Havertz, Martinelli, Trossard got to go. Jesus has got to go.
29.
29. And another thing as well, he needs to look at the youngsters and think, you know what? I ain't got time. Either he goes or get a coach who can work with Ranieri, work with Skelly, and work with Dalman. I can take to the next level, because I don't think Mikel's in the right frame of mind to be able to get Dalman, Skelly, and Ranieri to the next level.
Facts. On that bombshell, Kenny Ken 1972 on Instagram. I'll share your next post. Yeah, make sure you follow Kenny. Kenny, always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure.
Obviously, you won't be in Lisboa on Tuesday.
I'm not going to be in Lisboa.
However, you will be at the Emirates on the weekend.
Oh yeah, but I'll tell you one thing, right? I think that we're going to be doing this again in the next 3 months. There's no way we're going to win every game to the rest of the season. We're just not gonna. We haven't got it in us. Let's just hope it's not serious and critical. But if we win the league in May, celebrate, enjoy, and then in June, start thinking about next season. New manager and new players.
Facts. Kenny, always a pleasure, man. Love you always. Happy Easter. Yeah, big ups to everyone celebrating Easter as well. I'm going live. Matty can't do his fan cam. He's got to pop out. He's busy. Yeah, so I'm going live. DJ B is going to join me. Yeah, so bless up to everyone locked in. Check out my fan cam. My days. Yeah, we'll be back again. Layers.